the first trip that Ben was able to take with our family, and so I know he was super excited about it.
It's always fun to go new places, but it's especially fun to go new places with that special person. So
the bus ride went better than expected. Me and Jessa got to talk a lot on the way.
big run big.
Do you know what that means?
What does it mean, Jessa?
I don't know, do you?
All right, tell us about it. Tell the whole world.
Welcome back to The Fame, where we dive deep into the latest and juiciest celebrity news. Today, we've got some major updates from the Duggar world, so let's get right into it. First up, Jana Duggar, the eldest Duggar daughter, has officially flown the nest at 34, starting a brand new life in Nebraska with her husband, Stephen Wissmann. She's tackling a $275,000 fixer-upper for her first-ever home renovation, and we've got all the exciting details about their big plans. Stick around as we take a closer look at how Jana's turning this house into her dream home. Next, we're breaking down Jim Bob Duggar's viral mask slip moment. What seemed like a small teasing jab at Jessa Duggar reveals much more, hinting at a deeper tension between father and daughter. Trust me, this one's got some serious drama, and we're going to unpack it all. Also on the radar, Jill Duggar might just be working on a second book. After the bombshell release of Counting the Cost, is she ready to spill even more Duggar secrets? We've been digging into the clues, and we'll tell you why this could shake things up for the entire family. Finally, could the Duggar be returning to TV? Rumors are swirling about a possible Counting on reboot after Ginger Duggar Vuolo's podcast and Jana's wedding have fans speculating. Let's dive into the clues and reactions to see if the Duggar family might just make their way back to the small screen. If you're ready for all things Duggar, you won't want to miss this. Let's get started. Jana Duggar, best known for her time on TLC's Counting On, tied the knot with Stephen Wissmann in a lavish ceremony on August 15th. After living with her parents for over 3 decades, Jana has officially moved out and is starting a new life in Nebraska with her husband. Their first big project together, a $275,000 fixer-upper that's about to undergo a major transformation. The couple has already jumped into the renovation process, and Jana is documenting every step on her YouTube channel. In her latest video, Jana gives fans a sneak peek at the house and their plans to turn it into a cozy family home. The property, purchased by Stephen back in June 2023, is a 2,152-square-foot ranch-style home in northwest Lincoln with a spacious layout. But as Jana admits, it's definitely a work in progress. From peeling carpets to shiny floors that are a bit too reflective, this home needs some serious love. Jana takes viewers on a tour, showing the ground floor, which includes several bedrooms, a rec room, and a fully fenced yard, perfect for future outdoor projects. The first big renovation, transforming 2 first-floor bedrooms into a luxurious primary suite. By knocking down a wall and expanding the space, Jana plans to create a Pinterest-inspired dream bedroom complete with built-in closets. With the help of her dad, Jim Bob, and several siblings, the demo begins, and before long, the space is already opening up. Jana and Stephen aren't tackling this project alone. With family pitching in, the renovation is moving quickly. In true Duggar fashion, Jim Bob is on hand for the heavy lifting, and Jana's excitement is contagious as she envisions the end result. The carpet is ripped up, walls are removed, and the house begins to take shape. As Jana guides us through the process, she reveals her plans to brighten up the space by replacing flooring and adding a new coat of paint. She also shares her ideas for the kitchen, with a refresh plan for the cabinets, inspired by designs she found online. Throughout the video, Jana beams as she discusses the potential of the house, especially the natural light that fills the rooms. Though the house is still in its gutted state, it's clear that the transformation is underway, and Jana can't wait to share more updates with her fans. This place is already starting to feel like home, she says, marveling at the progress made with the help of her family. With walls coming down and big changes on the horizon, it looks like Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann are well on their way to creating a stunning new home in Nebraska. Next, we've got something big, something you've been waiting for. Jim Bob Duggar's infamous mask slip moment caught on camera. That one little line from Jim Bob reveals more than just a teasing jab at Jessa Duggar. It's a glimpse into a much darker dynamic between father and daughter. If you've ever wondered what life under Jim Bob's rule really looked like, then this video is for you. Let's break it all down. Recently, a clip resurfaced that has fans talking about Jim Bob Duggar's infamous mask slip. And this time, it's caught in a moment that seems harmless at first. Jim Bob teasing Jessa and Ben Seawald about being in love. But when Jim Bob blurts out the phrase, "tell the whole world about it," it feels like more than just a playful jab. For those who've experienced controlling or narcissistic parents, this line has a familiar and chilling undertone. As one fan perfectly put it, for those who didn't grow up with a controlling narcissist parent, the second half of the sentence is usually something like, "because no one will believe you." The fact that Jim Bob used it in such a trivial situation shows that this phrase isn't just a one-time thing. It's a tactic he likely uses frequently to shut down any pushback. Jessa, who's known for being the more outspoken Duggar sibling, responded with a quick, almost sarcastic, "Do you know what that means?" But her facial expression and the tension in the air said so much more. Many fans believe that Jessa had reached a breaking point long before that clip was filmed. Some even noted how her body language, shrinking into herself, suggests she was already fed up with Jim Bob's manipulative ways. This moment between father and daughter really highlighted just how strained their relationship had become. While Jessa had a spark of defiance, likely because Ben was around as a buffer, the dynamic between Jim Bob and his children, especially the daughters, shows the power imbalance. He may have been teasing on camera, but the undertones of control were clear to viewers who know what to look for. Fans on Reddit didn't hold back in discussing how Jim Bob's behavior fits the classic narcissistic mold. Some pointed out how men like Jim Bob, and even his son Josh, are protected in fundamentalist circles where the headship role gives them unchecked authority. It's not hard to imagine the pressure Jessa faced, even after marriage, to keep up appearances while depending financially on Jim Bob. And while she once appeared hopeful and happy with Ben, today her expressions are often described as sour or resigned, a stark contrast to the early days of their relationship. Even more heartbreaking is the irony of it all. Jessa, the daughter who seemed to won out the most, ended up marrying the first man who came along, only to remain trapped in a different way. Ben, once viewed as her escape, has now become a symbol of her entrapment. One fan put it bluntly, Jessa ended up being the poster woman for a life she desperately wanted out of. But what really sealed the deal for many viewers was the intensity in Jim Bob's eyes during this exchange. That single look revealed more than any words could. One fan even said, "If anyone ever questions what narc eyes look like, I'm going to show them this video." The chilling moment speaks to the deeper dysfunction within the Duggar household, where outward appearances of love and devotion hide layers of control and manipulation. So, what do you think of this infamous mask slip moment? Was it just a teasing joke, or does it reveal a more sinister side of Jim Bob Duggar? Then we're diving into some juicy speculation surrounding Jill Duggar. The former Counting On star and best-selling author might be working on yet another book, and we're here to break down the clues. After the success of her first tell-all memoir, Counting the Cost, which peeled back the layers of her life under the strict control of her father, Jim Bob Duggar, fans and critics alike are wondering if Jill is gearing up to reveal even more untold truths. Let's dive into the evidence, and why this potential second book could stir up even more drama in the Duggar family. Jill Duggar Dillard isn't just a reality TV star or a busy mom of 3 boys, she's also a best-selling author. In her debut book, Counting the Cost, Jill took readers inside the highly controlled environment of the Duggar household, shedding light on what it was really like growing up under her father's rigid rules. While the world had already caught glimpses of the family's lives through years of television exposure, Jill's memoir revealed the darker side of that fame, sharing stories that fans had never seen on screen. Her revelations struck a nerve with readers who had long suspected that life inside the Duggar home was far more complicated than what appeared on TLC. Though careful with her words, Jill was more transparent about her childhood experiences than her sister Ginger, who took a different approach in her own book, focusing on separating her faith from fear. But now it looks like Jill could be working on another project. In a recent Instagram post, Jill teased fans with a selfie of herself sitting at a McDonald's, laptop open, coffee in hand, and a caption that read, "Have coffee, will work." Of course, this has led to major speculation that Jill is in the midst of writing a follow-up book. Fans are asking, what could Jill have left to reveal? What more could she possibly share about her life that wasn't already discussed in Counting the Cost? One area that could get more attention is her ongoing strained relationship with her family. Ever since Jill and her husband, Derek Dillard, left the family's reality show Counting On in 2017, tensions between Jill and her parents have been public knowledge. Jill and Derek have openly shared how they've had to fight for compensation for the work Jill did on the show, especially considering how much her wedding special and the births of her children contributed to the network's success. These tensions were highlighted once again during Jana Duggar's wedding in August, where Jill was noticeably absent from the bridal party. Fans couldn't help but wonder why Jana excluded Jill. especially when Jessa Duggar was chosen as matron of honor. Jill wasn't the only sister missing from the lineup. Younger sisters Jennifer and Josie weren't included either, raising eyebrows about what might be going on behind the scenes. Jill has expressed that she's still working on her relationships with her parents and siblings, wanting to repair those ties despite the challenges. But if Jill is truly writing another book, could it lead to even more fallout within the family? If her first book caused a stir, a second one could open up new wounds, especially if it delves into her ongoing family drama or shines a spotlight on more behind-the-scenes secrets. So, what do you think, the Fame Fam? Is Jill Duggar Dillard about to drop another bombshell book, or is she working on something entirely different? If she is writing another memoir, what do you think she'll reveal this time around? Finally, we're diving into a topic that's buzzing in the Duggar fandom. Is there a counting on reboot in the works? After years of controversy following Josh Duggar's arrest and TLC cutting ties with the family, rumors are swirling that we might see the Duggar on TV again. It all started with Ginger Duggar Vuolo's latest podcast and Jana Duggar's highly publicized wedding. Let's break down the speculation, clues, and fan reactions to the possible return of the famous Duggar family to the small screen ever since TLC pulled the plug on Counting On after Josh Duggar's arrest in April 2021. The Duggar family has been notably absent from TV. But things are starting to heat up again, and fans are wondering if a reboot might be on the horizon. Jana Duggar's recent wedding to Wissmann has reignited public interest, and many are wondering if the Duggar are quietly working with TLC behind the scenes. In Ginger Duggar Vuolo's recent YouTube podcast with her husband Jeremy, the couple took a moment to reflect on Jana's wedding. Ginger shared how emotional the day was, even revealing that she and her sisters couldn't help but cry when they saw familiar faces from the TLC crew. It felt like a reunion, Ginger said, recalling how crew members were there to celebrate with them. While some fans believe they were simply attending as guests, Redditors have been buzzing with theories that TLC may have been filming for a special episode or possibly a new show centered around the Duggar family's next chapter. In fact, eagle-eyed fans even pointed out photos from Jana's wedding that show what appears to be cameramen in the background. One user speculated, "It sounds like they were filming if they came back to the house after the wedding." Another added, "There's a camera person in one of the photos during the first dance. Could TLC be producing a wedding special?" Jana's recent activities have only added fuel to the fire. Despite releasing 2 new vlogs after her wedding, neither of the videos included footage from the big day itself. Fans are now begging for a full wedding video or a special episode featuring Jana and Steven. Some even think Jim Bob Duggar, the mastermind behind the family's media ventures, might be orchestrating a new show or reunion special. One Reddit commenter remarked, "Jim Bob would sell his children, grandchildren, and their lives to the devil in the guise of Christianity to make a buck." But the speculation doesn't end there. Recently, Jana liked an intriguing comment on one of her YouTube videos. The comment suggested that HGTV should give the Duggar family their own show, lamenting the harsh criticism Jim Bob has faced online. While many fans were quick to shoot down the idea, given that TLC and HGTV are owned by the same parent company, it was Jana's apparent interest in the comment that got people talking. Could Jana be itching to return to reality TV, this time with a different network? Some fans think it's a long shot, especially considering the lingering controversies surrounding the family. However, the possibility of a Counting On reboot, or at least a one-off wedding special, has definitely captured the imagination of fans. Many are torn between excitement at the thought of revisiting the family's journey and concern over whether it's the right move for the Duggar, given the shadow cast by Josh's actions. So, what do you think? Is TLC quietly working with the Duggar on a reboot or wedding special? Or are these just wild fan theories? Will Jana and Steven's wedding get its own feature? Or is the Duggar family's time in the spotlight officially over? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to The Fame for all the latest updates and behind-the-scenes details on the Duggar family and other reality TV stars. See you in the next video.